Yo, peace was good. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 147. The album that I'll be reviewing today is this album right here, My Life in Black and White by Klive Kraven, released in 2014. You guys by now should know who he is. I did a review on a couple of his projects. Diary of a Boss Part 2 and 3, which I did last month, and also did a review on his Natural Selection album that came out, I believe, in 2013. That came out 2013 if I'm not mistaken. So you guys by now should be familiar with who he is. Alright, so like I said, this is one of the albums that he gave me and stuff like that. So this is what the album looks like. See Klive Kraven in black and white, pretty dope. Kind of like a really dark feel to it. I really like that. Open it up, what the CD looks like, and then you just see like a kind of like a page, like an old school page, like old school book, like notebook that you would see like from the 17th century or some shit like that, with the pen and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Look in the back, pretty cool. All right, you know how I get down. I'm gonna tell you guys what that sings. What the songs. I'm gonna go through some of the songs and stuff like that. But before I do that, I want to talk about the producers on the album, because there's several producers on the album. The producers are The Curse, The Cease, The Odd One, Luca, Vint Mentals, Evectrum, Klive Kraven himself, Eternal, Tom Koenig, Plague Plenty. I've mentioned him. He did the collab album, the collab EP with him and Klive on the Diary of a Boss Part 2. So you guys should be familiar with him. And Ed Bundy. Those are the producers of the album. Alright. There's no features on the album. It's just him by himself, which I like. You know what I mean? Kind of, because I feel like when you have like a whole bunch of features on the stuff on your album, it shows me that you can't really carry your album unless they serve a purpose on being. The features have a purpose, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Alright, so I'm gonna go through some of the tracks. You know how I get down. Track 1, Sleepless Nights, that was produced by The Curse. He talks about, it kind of sets the tone of the album. This whole album kind of has a theme to it. So while when I go through the album, you can kind of get an idea what the album's about. You know what I mean? The theme of the album. Like I said, the song Sleepless Nights, it has like it kind of sets the tone of the album. It's just him talking about how he has a hard time sleeping at night at times. It's him being lonely and stuff like that. Just wishing that he could have like that one girl waking up early in the morning. As soon as he wakes up, she's right there. Somebody that he could depend on, like his girl, his wife, his queen. You know what I mean? Just everybody wants that. I mean, we can all relate to that shit. I can relate to that. I'm still trying to find the right girl, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it just talks about just he's tired of waking up alone. Just would love to have somebody that by his side. Like when he's going through good times and bad times, like just somebody that he could share his life with. You know what I mean? We can all relate to that. So that's pretty much what he talks about. Track 2, Nobody Cares, produced by Deceased. It just talks about how when he's going through bad times, like nobody really cares. And I could definitely relate to that, because there were times like where in my life, everybody go through hard times, but it's like there would be times where, like, I guess I used to vent a lot on Facebook. I'll give you a personal story of mine. When I used to be back in the day when I first started getting Facebook and stuff like that, I used to always like vent and stuff like that. I guess like people call it complaining, but and then I guess that would turn people off. Like I always vent a lot. People say I always complain a lot on Facebook. Not now, but like I'm talking about back in the day, and people just say like, "Oh man, you complain too much," blah 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 blah. And it's crazy because on my Facebook, even on social media, like in general, when a girl complains, people always go to their, "Oh, it's okay, baby, it's alright, everything will be alright." But when it's a dude, it's like, nigga, yo, stop complaining, man up, yo. And I feel like that's a wrong way to perceive things. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one like I think it was like a week ago, like a week and a half ago. You know, I was just saying like I was going like I was kind of going through some stuff like on my trip, like just doing a lot of thinking. I was kind of visiting with my cousins and stuff like that, and they was just pretty much saying everything will be alright, but the one thing that fucking annoys the shit out of me, and I hate when people say this shit, is that's just the way life is. If that's not the most annoying shit somebody could tell you, that's to me, that's folks, my advice, never tell somebody that shit, because that's the last thing people want to hear, is that's just the way life is. I didn't come to you to, kind of like, I didn't say you're not trying to kiss my ass, you're gonna tell it like it is, but there's a certain way of telling certain things, like console people. People are hurt. That one person is hurt. Try to console them, uplift them. Don't be with this whole, that's just the way life is. You gotta man up. And and it's funny because, when women went through shit back in the day, like where they was treated less than, back in the day and stuff like that, with the biblical times where like the women were the slaves, they were like the cook and pretty much like the slave. They had no say so and things like that. And I kind of feel like with men, we kind of go through that right now. We're kind of feeling the effects of that, like all the not the contributions, but like all that karma that we, well, I don't want to say we, but like the men back then did to women now. The table is turned now, and we're kind of getting that vibe back with men. So men, we're the new, I guess, new women, like in that sense, and that's what I mean by that. And I could definitely relate to that, man, because like when it comes to men, we're not supposed to express our feelings. You know what I'm saying? I think that's bullshit, and that's why a lot of people commit suicide and things like that, because of shit like that. That kind of attitude where people tell you, you gotta man up and all that bullshit. And that's bullshit. You should also have somebody you could console to, so that you uplift people. But people today fucking piss me off, man. And I'm getting off topic, but but that's what I'm trying. So I could definitely relate with that song "Nobody Cares," because I could definitely relate, because there's people that they say that you could talk to them anything they want to, but when you do, they have that fucking attitude like, just man up, and like, it's so, it ain't nothing, man, like you bitching about nothing, that kind of shit. And that shit kind of pisses me off. But getting off topic, let's get back to the album. But I do feel you, Klive. I respect that. Number 3, Suffer Alone. It's just him talking about having self-pity. It's just him feeling sorry for himself and stuff like that. He wants people to like feel sorry for him, and I could definitely relate to that, because I used to do that too. And but my thing with that is like, you gotta love yourself first. You know what I mean? If you don't love yourself, nobody's gonna love you. So it makes no sense for you to do like that, to feel that way. So, but I could definitely relate to that. But yeah, man, that Suffer Alone, definitely could relate to that. Track 4, Surviving the Storm. He's just talking about a breakup that he went through with a girl at the time. He just talked about how the girl really broke his heart, and it got to the point where like he couldn't really control himself, like where like he would go to the bar, drink away the pain, as Mobb Deep would have said back in '95, and just like experiment with drugs. And I don't mean like heroin or anything like that, but like just probably like smoke trees, every night, like heavily and stuff like that. That's what he talks about. And everybody could relate to that. If you've been through a bad relationship, or even a girl or somebody that you're trying to mess with, and then they don't have the same feelings for you, you're gonna feel some type of way about that. And I can definitely relate to that. So yeah, that's Surviving the Storm. Track 5, Love Doesn't Last Forever. Self-explanatory. You know what I mean? There's no really need to get into that. You already know what that is about. Track 6, Where Does the Day Go? That was produced by Vectrum. That has a dope like orchestra, like a dope orchestra sample with it's a boom bap beat with a dope orchestra sample. It's pretty cool right there. Um, it talks about how, like, life is hard. Like, it doesn't matter what obstacles you go through, but it's not gonna change him the person he is. You know what I mean? Because if you're a genuine person, no matter how hard life is, it shouldn't change you. And that's what he talks about in that song. Where does the day go? It doesn't matter how hard it is, but I'm never gonna change as a person. I'm not gonna change me, the good person I am, and that's what I got from that song right there. Track 7, Dwell in Darkness, that was produced by Klive Kraven. Talks about how he keeps dwelling on the past and how he tries to stay positive, but no matter what, it's just so hard for him to do. It's like he has to kind of like fake the funk, you know what I mean? And I definitely can relate to that sometimes, man. You're definitely dope, man. Dope song right there. Track 8, Can't Take It. Definitely similar. It's pretty much almost like the same song as Dwell in Darkness, but it's with a different beat. That's what I got from that joint right there. Track 9, I Need Help. Yeah, I Need Help. Self-explanatory. Just saying like how you just need somebody to talk to. Just somebody to console with, or just have a shoulder to lean on and stuff like that. I could definitely relate to that. Everybody can relate to that. Track 10, For Her Love. Love the beat for that joint right there. I heard that sample before. I'm trying to find out what's that sample, but I can't. I can't. I've been trying to find that shit, but I can't find it. I don't know the name of the artist, but I've heard several MCs use that beat before. Like, not that same exact beat, but the sample, the way they flip that sample. I've heard it before, but I always wanted to know the name of that sample. But yeah, For Her Love, it's pretty dope. It's kind of similar to Sleepless Nights. It's sort of about how he hates waking up alone and just want a girl to just like him for who he is and stuff like that. Just like just console him when he's going through good times as well as bad times and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Track 11, The Shadow, that was produced by Klive Kraven himself. In that song, he talks about how he says that he's not the same person as he was growing up. He just feels like he just talks about not loving himself. You know what I mean? Like, he's just not. He doesn't love himself, and then that's like I said earlier before. Like, if you don't love yourself, nobody's gonna love you. So you gotta work on yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what I got from that joint right there. It's pretty cool, right? That was a pretty dope track as well. Track 12, Broken Soul. It's just talking about these fucking broads, man, that always take advantage of good guys and shit like that. And I could definitely relate to that. Just cause like girls like, not, I don't say all girls, but you got these girls, man, not all girls, but you got these girls that try to like step on you because they see you as like as a weakling. Like, oh, I could take over him, like he'll do anything I say. Just using him because he'll buy you drinks and stuff like that, free food and all that shit. Things of that nature, and everybody can relate to that. I'm pretty sure women go through that too. I could imagine them going through that a lot, but not as much as men. I don't think, but I could definitely relate to that because I've been through that a lot. But it is what it is. With that, it's just them missing out on people. You know what I mean? It's just people like that end up being alone. So I laugh at those people like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a less of a headache that you have to deal with that. Just go through that, fuck her, and that's it. Keep it moving. That's how I see it. Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. And track 13, Talking to Myself, self-explanatory. Born Yesterday, Opera the Sad Clown. It's pretty. It's not much to really talk about. So pretty much the whole theme of the album is just him just going through, just him being sad, just him going through a depressing time, just going through some depressing times in his life. It's just him dealing with having relationship problems, just him like being lonely and stuff like that, just him being in the dump, and everybody could relate to that. And I would have to say this is definitely one of his best projects that I've heard so far from him, because I like when artists I like when artists, go and express themselves and stuff like that. I like when artists do that, but without sounding corny, just being genuine. You know what I mean? Unlike Drake, I hate to use Drake as an example because Drake, I feel like he's too dramatic on certain things, and that's why I don't really care for his music like that. And I don't see the hype over the dude, but that's just my opinion. But dope album right here. I highly recommend it. If you are kind of going through the problems that I explained to that, then this is the album for you. It kind of shows you like, yo, you're not alone. There's always good people out there. You know what I mean? So don't give up on life. You know what I mean? People like, don't be so harsh on people sometimes. If you see somebody if you see someone down, yo, just uplift that person, man, because you never know. People will say, oh, why did he kill himself? Why did he kill himself? Why did that person kill himself? He was such a good person. You never know, man. You never know what that person's going through. You don't know what kind of tendencies those people are going through. So stop being so like apathetic when it comes to certain shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's what I get from. That's just my opinion, because I could definitely relate to that. But definitely love yourself. You see them. You know what I mean? And that's all I have to say, man. But like I said, if you guys like Klive Kraven and you like emotional, like personal stories and stuff like that, then this is an album to definitely check out. Highly recommend it. Definitely, in my opinion, one of his best projects I've heard from him. In my opinion, pretty dope. And that's it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that review. Klive, I hope you enjoyed that review. I know you've been asking me for a minute. I got you. So as promised, I did the review you wanted me to do. I gotta do one more that I have from him, but I'm gonna do that on a later date because there's some other albums I want to check out. I want to review. Excuse me. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Peace.